Hi guys and gals. I've been wanting to put up this video and just keep forgetting to do it. I know E3's been over a little bit. It's been more than 2 weeks. But, as a retro gamer, somebody who just loves the retro community, I see a decent retro community just seemed to blow up on YouTube, which I thought was pretty cool. Um, you know, Maybe that's due to some people, trying to make a regular thing out of it. But I'd really like to give credit to those people. But that would be some kind of research project, which I'm not going to do right now at the moment. But there are some people I miss. I'll get to that one day. But when I started going on, I see these people and I miss them, and they were funny. They made, I thought, good content, and I don't see them anymore. I'll have to check back and see if they're around. But I wanted to talk to you about the new arcade machines. They're going to be Arcade One Up is a company. I saw them at Walmart once, and I guess they make arcade games, and I guess they make them, and you can make them. Have to assemble them yourself because I see them at the store and I see them in boxes. So uh, I think they're around $300. And when I saw it was $300 for like one game, I thought, and then I see it's for like 3 games. And it's like, all right, well, that's not terrible. At first, I kind of didn't get it. I was like, well, like I could play those games at home. Or, why spend the money on that? But as somebody who wants to start collecting arcade games one day, or who really wants to, I don't want to be like, I'm not exactly calling short-sighted. You like what you like, but I want to investigate every game, every company, uh, and arcade games are one of those. And the same thing with pinball games. And I, at first I thought, oh, that's a lot of money, and it's not the cheapest thing. Considering that what sucks is a lot of these games are out now. You can find them on the store, you can find them on some are free, and you can download them on your phone and download them, and some of them you can download onto your game. Oh, hey, what's up, Andy? That's Andy. And so that was my buddy Andy. He's right behind me. But anyway, a lot of these games you can get for free, and it kind of gives it that like kill factor. But you can't look at it that way. I kind of thought about it, and I was like, it would be cool to own your own arcade of that in your house. And the great thing about Arcade One Up is they make them smaller, not as wide, so they don't take up as much room. They're not as heavy, um, which I think is a great thing. And there's a handful of, maybe at least 3 games on them. So it's at least, you don't just get one game, you get something. It's not bad. I have heard one complaint that the buttons feel cheap, but I don't think it's, you know, the biggest turnoff. Um, but when I think about it, when I really think about it, there, when I read the article at E3, there is a separate piece that will make them taller. So I guess you can, I don't know if it's a 1 foot piece, so that you can get that real feel for it. I don't know if it's exactly the height. I think it's more the width for me. But it doesn't exactly feel like that arcade. Uh, it's just my opinion. I'm not saying it's stupid. Uh, I don't think it's a waste of money particularly. It seems a little bit more than I'd be willing to pay for something that's smaller. But I don't know. Maybe that's exactly you know, the going rate, it's hard to say. Personally, I like what they did. I think it's awesome. Obviously, they're finding a market in there, and the fact that people on from gaming news websites have reported it means something exciting for them. But for me, it's it's hard, especially the Turtles arcade game, which I've been wanting. I noticed that the picture from the E3 video showed Turtles in Time, and I was like, crap, I really wanted. And when they said Teenage Ninja Turtles, I originally thought the first one, and that one's included in there, so that's good. I believe those are the two games that are in there, and the arcade looks like pretty much the exact replica of the original, with the side stickers and the marquee and whatnot. I think it's also a four-player game. I'm not 100% sure on that, but the original, there was you could do two or four. But I understand the originals were made for four. But that's really exciting. I mean, there's also the Marvel superheroes. I think that's a game in itself. They're going to put Children in the Atom, Marvel superheroes, Children in the Atom, and the Punisher. And I know both people love that. I remember seeing Children in the Atom on the Sega Saturn, thinking it was a pretty awesome game. You don't find it out in the wild too often, but those two games, those two arcades look good. That Turtles arcade, because I've been wanting one. I mean, theoretically, the fact that I want one, and also the fact that there is one more thing that I'd like to add, um, at least on the points of pros and cons of buying the arcade, is that uh, it is cheaper usually than an original. So that's where that competitiveness comes in, because I think like the going rate for an original is at least $1,000, I think, or more. I think I usually see them for about $1,200 or more. So I mean, you figure if you can get one for $400, the only, like I said, so that's really a positive when you think it's, a fourth of the price. The only problem I have, like I said, is it just looks not as big. The screen might be the same size, but the uh, the model doesn't look as big. I just, like I said, it. Some people could be like, oh, it's picky. Why would you want something bulky? It's just, it seems to take away a little bit from it, but that's coming from someone who just loves retro stuff. I mean, you really can't complain with something that's smaller, lighter, easier to move, easier to put in smaller places. I mean, there are places where it's harder to put an arcade game, and now you can fit one in there. So that one I think I'll keep an eye on. Possibly if I ever see it on sale or something, I might pick it up. But I'll probably see it at Walmart at some point, because that's where I first saw one, and that's where apparently they've been selling them. I mean, I've seen them there, so I expect to see the Turtles arcade game sometime there soon. I'll just keep an eye on it and wait. If it ever goes on sale, I might pick it up if I got the money. So I just wanted to say that. I think it's great news that they're coming out. I think it's great news that there's a market for it, because arcades don't basically exist anymore. I mean, there are some around. It kind of stinks that they're gone, but I mean, there's no money to be made, unfortunately. Um, I did live, fortunately, to enjoy those days when there were arcades, but you know, I think even then it was when they were slowly, unless you were a kid really in the 80s, they were slowly dying, and just don't exist anymore, which really sucks. Um, but I know there's some around. And the cool thing is, I think there's one in Philly, as I understand. Philly is in Philadelphia, and they've been around for a while. Um, but so, if you're into those things, definitely check it out. I mean, $300. Some people might think it's a lot, but I'm not personally saying it is. But I mean, for the original, something that you can fit anywhere, a lot of places. So you can put it in your closet, put it in your garage. I mean, definitely seems to be worth it. All right, well, you guys have a nice night. And, this is Al signing off. Also, make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe on the videos. I would love to hear your views and your opinions on these subjects. Good night.